Hello there, first graders. This is Ms. Rhodes with today's math. Before we get started, please get out the materials you'll need. Let's see. Today, you'll need a number line. Mine's on yellow paper. Yours might be another color. It's just a line that has the numbers 0 to 20. You'll need your two color counters, red and yellow, and go ahead and get out a red and a yellow crayon. And of course, your math book and a pencil with an eraser. Please stop the video and get those materials now. Today's math is not a lesson to learn something new. We're going to do the practice test to get ready for the test you'll take in school the next day you come with your teacher. Turn in your book to page 247. It looks like this. Chapter 4 Review Test. The problems we're going to do today will be very similar to the ones that will be on the test that you'll take when you're in class with your teacher. There'll be different numbers or slightly different words, but pay close attention to the directions that I give you because that will tell you the directions you'll need to follow when you do the test. Let's look at the first one. Count back. Write the number that is 2 less. They drew counters, all 8 of them. I'm solving 8 minus 2. They told me to count back. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 counters. I'll count back from 8, 7, 6. I got back to 6. Let me count, make sure I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, there are 6 left. 8 minus 2 left 6. The next one says, look at the facts. There's a number that's missing. Which number is missing? The number that's missing is going to be the same number. The same number goes in this box as goes in this box. I see an 8 and a 13 in this addition problem, and a 13 and an 8 in this subtraction problem. I know that addition is putting together 2 parts to make a whole. Like I could have a group of 2 and a group of 3 made 5. In subtracting, I start with my whole 5 and take away the group of 3, and that leaves 2. So this problem is looking at how addition and subtraction are related. If I know a part and a whole, I can figure out the other part. I can solve this lots of ways. I could use my number line, I could draw circles, I could use my fingers, or use my counters. Whatever works and makes sense for you is how you should solve it. I think I'm going to use my number line first. 8 plus something is 13. So I'm going to start on 8, one of the parts, and I'm going to get up to 13. That's the whole. 8 plus how many makes 13? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It took me 5 hops to get up to 13. So 8 and 5 more is 13. I'd want to make sure I'm right by checking with the subtraction problem. So let me double check. This time my whole is 13. I'm going to take away 8 and see what I get to. I'm on 13. I'm going to count back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure enough, it took me 5 hops to get back to the 8. So 13 minus 8 is 5. If you didn't want to use your number line, you could get out 13 counters and take away 8. Or I could have drawn 13 counters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I could draw all 13 counters and do this problem first. Take away 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There were 5 left. So you can solve it however you want. Whichever way you use, you'll find out that the number in this box matches the number in this box. Now they have the list of numbers here with a circle under each. I can write my answer here, but I also need to find my answer here. It was 5, so I'm going to carefully fill in the box, the little bubble circle under the 5 to show 5 was my answer. The last problem on this page says write a subtraction sentence you can use to solve write a subtraction sentence you can solve by using 4 plus 5 equals 9. They want a subtraction sentence. They're giving me an addition sentence. I can change it around. If I know how to do that in my head, I would, but I think you'll probably want to double check your thinking by using counters, your number line, or drawing circles. It says 5 plus 4 makes 9. Well, I think I'll just use my counters to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus a group of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 makes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 5 and 4 is 9. So to subtract, I always start with my whole. I have 9 counters. I'll take away a part. Well, I'll just take away the 4. And that left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I think of that with my parts in whole, they gave me the addition problem, a group of 5, plus a group of 4 made 9. My subtraction problem is 9 minus 4 leaves 5. Do you see that? The numbers here, the whole, part, part, should match the numbers in the addition sentence, part, part, whole. Turn to the next page, please. This one looks kind of complicated. You know how to solve this, but they want you to do it a certain way. Pay attention. It says, make a 10 to subtract. Draw to show your work. So it won't work to just write a number here. Your teacher will mark it wrong because the directions say to draw to show your work. That has to be included. Then write the difference. Then you can write there. So it's asking to solve 12 minus 7. But they don't want me to just get my counters or draw circles or use my number line. They want me to think about how to use a 10 frame to solve this. So to do this, problem number 4, I'm going to use the 10 frame they started. They put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They put the 7 in the 10 frame already. I need to get up to 12, the whole. I'm going to use my yellow crayon to draw in the missing counters. So I already have 12, I already have 7, and I have to get to 12. So I'm on 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I had 7, and to go to 12, I had to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more counters. I filled my 10 frame with these 3, and then I had 2 more. So 12 minus 7, if I start with my 7 and I were to cross, if I start with my 12 and I were to take away my 7 red ones, I would have 5 yellow counters left. Do you see that? 7 plus 5 filled the 10 frame to get to 12. 12 minus 7, take away the red, left 5 yellow ones. So 12 minus 7 equals 5. To solve the problem, you need to think of filling the 10 frame and some more with your counters to get up to the whole. The next problem, 5, we're not going to do. We're not going to do it on the practice because we're not going to do it on the test with your teacher. So you may make one X to cross out that problem. We'll be working on that same skill with another item on the test, but don't bother to do this one. Let's look at number 6 on the bottom of the page. For number 6, it says, Lupe has 9 books. She gives some away. She has 7 left. How many does she give away? And then it says, draw or write to explain. Well, it's kind of difficult sometimes to explain with words, especially when they don't give you lines and a lot of space. So I'm going to be drawing. I think that's the easiest way to show it. So it says, how many books does Lupe have left? I have to draw my picture to show it, and then I'm going to write my answer as well. So Lupe has 9 books. I'm just going to draw the 9 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I drew 9 squares, you could have drawn 9 circles, to show the 9 books. It doesn't say how many she gave away, it says she gave away some. It doesn't tell us. But after she gives them away, she has 7 left. So I'm going to circle the books she has left. She would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. She would have these 7 left. So she must have given away these 2. If she has 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and gives away these 2, she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. Right. She gave away 2. It wants to know how many she gave away. The answer is 2. Do you see that? If you wanted to use your number line, you could have, but then you'd have to draw a picture of your number line to show how to do it. I think it might be easier if you just draw a picture. But however you choose to explain it, you may, but you have to have a picture or words to explain as well as your answer. Now the next page. It says, look at the number sentences. What number is missing? Write the number in each box. Well, again, they have a subtraction problem with a whole of 13 and a part of 9, and an addition problem with a whole of 13 and a part of 9. So they want you to think about how addition and subtraction go together. I think it might be easy to use the number line here, or I could use my counters. If I wanted to use my counters or draw circles, I could just say, well, let's see, should I start with 9 and count up to 13, or start with 13 and take away some to get 9? I'm going to use my counters. I'm going to have 9. I'll get 9 red ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's my 9 red ones. And I've got to count up until I have 13 altogether. So 9 plus something makes 13. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How many did I add? I had to add 4 more to make 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There's my whole of 13. It was 9 red plus 4 yellow. So I think the answer over here is 4. But I want to check. 13 minus how many leaves 9? So I know I'm up to 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 counters. How many do I take away so I only have the 9 red ones left? I take away 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, sure enough, you take away 4. So I know the answer for both boxes is 4. The boxes will be the same because we have the same whole and one part, so the other part needs to match in both problems. Addition and subtraction are related. This problem looks like fun, doesn't it? It's got shapes and colors and sentences. The directions we've never done before in math. This is a new kind of problem, but it's not a new kind of thinking. The problems are easy. It's just how they want you to show your answer that's going to be a little different this time. It says the red star means count back 1, the yellow box means count back 2, and the blue circle means count back 3. The first thing I have to do is look at the subtraction problems that they've written for me. 5 minus something equals 2. I'm just going to solve this problem and figure out what goes in the question mark. And when I figure that out, then that will help me know what to do over here. But first, I have to solve this problem. 5 minus something is 2. I could use my number line. If I already know the fact, I could just think of it. I could use my counters. I could use my fingers. I could draw circles. I have 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take some away. The question mark says I don't know how many to take away, but I'm only going to have 2 left. Well, there's the 2 I'm going to have left. So 5 minus 1, 2, 3 leaves 2. I have to take away 3. So where that question mark is, I'm going to write my 3 right on top of that question mark. So my problem now is 5 minus 3 equals 2. I took away 3. If I look up here to their special code, count back 3 means a blue circle. So I'm going to draw a line to the blue circle because I had to count back 3 from my 5. This one says 7 minus something, we don't know which, leaves 6. I can do that in my head. If I have 7 and I want to get back to 6, I know I just count back 1. 7, 6. The number before 7 is 6. I can check that on my number line. 7 is start with 7, and I have to get back to 6. Well, that's just one hop back. So this is really going to be a 1. I look up here, count back 1 is the red star. So I'm going to draw a line from that problem to the red star because minus 1 means count back 1, and I had to take away 1 to solve that one. 8 minus something is 6. Again, I could draw circles, I could use counters, I could do it in my head, I could use my number line. I'll try it in my head because I know 8 and 6 are close together, so I'm good at this. 8, I'm going to hop back to 6, so 8, count back 1, 7, 6. It took me 2 hops back. If I check my number line, I started on 8, 7, 6. It took 2 hops back. So this is really 8 minus 2. I'm going to kind of write my number there by the question mark, but that's not what my teacher wants to see. She wants to see if I can figure out which one of these it is. I counted back 2 to get from 8 to 6. So I'm going to draw the yellow square meant count back 2, so I'm going to draw a line there. Do you see that? Solve a problem, figure out what number would go and place the question mark, and if it was counting back 1, draw a line to the star. If it was counting back 2, draw a line to the yellow square. If it was counting back 3, draw a line to the circle. Do you see that? Now on the bottom, problem number 9. It says, make a 10 to subtract. And then it gives us a question mark here, and that problem looks just like this problem. So we're going to need to figure out the answer here. 13 minus 7. Now you could draw circles or use your counters to solve it, or use your number line. You've got lots of good strategies. But they're telling you that you have to show how you would make a 10 to do this problem. So if you just write the answer, that's not enough. It says you have to make a 10. So I'm going to have to show it here on the 10 frames that they have given us. It says 13 minus 7. They already put in the 7, 5, 6, 7. But I have to make a 10, and I'm trying to get to my whole of 13. So I've got to go from 7, that part that they gave me with the red counters, up to the whole of 13. So I'm going to use my yellow counters. I'm going to use a yellow crayon just to draw them, but you could get your real 10 frame and counters if you wanted to. 13 minus 7. So I have 7. I'm going to 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I started on the 7 and I counted up to 13. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It took me 6 counters to get from 7 up to 13. So 13 minus 7 is 6. I'll double check. I have a 10 frame and 3 more, that's 13. Take away 7, I'll cross out my 7 red ones, and that leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that works. 13 minus 7 is 6. I also can think about my addition. I know 6 and 7 is 13. 6 and 6 is 12, and 1 more is 13. So you can check it lots of ways by thinking of addition. Get out your counters if you need to. Use your number line. But what you have to have is the answer and also filling in the 10 frame and some more to show how to solve it by making 10. One more page, guys. We're almost at the end. Hang in there. This problem says, how does the model show 15 minus 6? Choose the numbers to make this number sentence true and circle the numbers in the boxes. So this looks kind of complicated, but it's not really. This says step 1. So they're saying, look at these 10 frames. That's step 1. Start by just doing step 1. What did they draw a picture of? They're solving 15 minus 6. So they put 15 counters in the 10 frame, a filled 10 frame, and 5 extra ones starting to fill the other. So there's the 15. They crossed out 5 of them. So they showed this picture, this model, shows 15, subtract 5. You would just circle the 5, because 15 minus 5 equals 10 is what this model, what the 10 frames show. They started with 15, they took away 5, and now they just have a 10 frame left. That's what the top picture shows. Look at the picture of the model on the bottom now. How many did they start with here? Oh, they had a filled 10 frame in this picture. So they wrote a 10. How many did they cross off? Just 1. So I'm going to circle the 1. This model, this picture shows if you have 10 and you take away 1, it leaves 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It leaves 9. So I circled the 5 up here because they're showing they took away 5 from the 15 to leave 10. I circled the 1 here because they only started with 10 and took away 1 to leave 9. The reason they did this, of course, is because they're solving 15 minus 6. And to solve 15 minus 6, they said an easy way to think about it is first think about 15 minus 5 makes 10, and then you'd have to take another one to make it taking away 6. You'd have to take away another one, and 10 minus 1 makes 9. Do you see that? So 15 minus 6 would be 9. But all you need to worry about is circling the number that matches the picture and then circling the number that matches this one. That's how we showed using 10 frames to solve 15 minus 6. On problem number 11, we're going to do just the top box. It says Mark has 11 pencils. He gives some away and has 4 left. How many pencils does he give away? Draw a picture to help you subtract. So here again, to get it right, you will have to draw a picture and write the answer. So you can't just write the answer, or you have to draw a picture first to show. So if you use a number line, you'd have to draw the number line. It's easiest to just draw circles, I think, so I'm going to do that. It says he has 11 pencils. He gives some away. So I'm going to draw my 11 pencils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't just want a pile of circles all over the box. I like to put them organized so it's easier to count. A group of 5 and a group of 5 and 1. I have 11 pencils. He gives away some. It doesn't tell me how many, so I don't know how many to cross off. He has 4 left. I can pick any 4 of those crayons that he has left. I'll say he has, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to say these. Those are the pencils or crayons that he has left after he gives some away. So he must have given all these away. I'll just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he gave away 7. I started with my 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If I take away these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I have 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. My picture shows a group of 11 taking some away leaves 4. And it shows that we had to take away 7. It shows how I thought, what I did with my picture to solve it. And I wrote my answer 7. You'll be sure to draw a picture and write your answer. We're not going to do the bottom problem. It says, how is drawing like acting out a problem? There's not room in this box to really explain it well. I think the way it's acting out is because it helps you see it. Acting out a problem would mean that you had counters and then you took some counters away That's acting it out. And drawing is like we did here. Either way, I think it helps you see what's happening, see the groups coming together or taking apart. So that would be my answer, but there's really not room to explain it. So you may cross off the bottom box. You have to do the top part, but not the bottom. On the test, there will be a question like this, and it will also be gone because we're not going to do it. So every problem that I did with you today will be a similar one on the test. Thank you for working with me to solve the pages today. I suggest when you're done, ask your grown-up helper or a bigger brother or sister to go through the problems with you to make sure you understand. Because when you come back to school, you will take the test with your teacher. Your teacher will read the words, but she can't explain. She can't remind you to draw your circles. She can't tell you to get out your number line. She won't remind you that the parts and the whole go together. So you'll need to understand what all the directions mean, how we drew the extra counters, how we had to figure out this question mark before we could draw a line to the shape. So I would suggest, now that you've done this, you think about some of the problems that are kind of tricky and go back and practice them or ones like them with a grown-up helper today. And then when you come back to school, you'll be all ready for your test. Your teacher is excited to see which problems you know how to do and which still need us to practice some more. Thank you for listening and enjoy your day.